when I say placebo, I think a lot of people get really offended by that because they think, well, Lane's saying I'm making it up. Whatever my experience is just in my head. That's not what I'm saying. In research studies, placebo in some cases has been shown to be as powerful as pharmaceutical drugs in terms of like actual physical
This concept is so insane then because that's like directly saying how strong your mind is.
Yeah. So let me give you an example. We know creatine works, right? Like we have thousands of double-blinded randomized control trials, so double-blinded means that one group's getting creatine, one group's getting placebo. The people getting it don't know what they're getting, and the researchers don't know what they're getting either. Okay? So when you do a double-blinded, you have to have a company come in and basically like make sure that the researchers don't know, and like the information about who's getting what is kept until it's time to analyze the data. Yeah. So this is important because, researchers could bias the study because maybe they yell a little bit louder on the last few reps for the people getting creatine versus the people not, that sort of thing. Yeah. But if it's double-blinded, they can't do that, right?
Or maybe they're the ones backing the test, like someone's paying them to do the thing.
So we know that creatine works.
Yeah.
But there was a study where they had 4 groups and one group didn't get creatine, told they didn't get it. Another group didn't get creatine, told they got it.
Yeah.
Another group got creatine, told they didn't get it. And the last group got creatine, told they got it. Didn't matter what they gave them. What it matters is what they told them in terms of performance.
Fucking crazy.
And strength. Now, people will misinterpret that and go, oh, creatine doesn't work. No. It just means your beliefs about what creatine does are more powerful than what it actually does.
Oh, my God.
Another one. The researchers told subjects or didn't tell them that they were getting it. Nobody got anabolic steroids, but they told them, hey, we're giving you this fast-acting steroid that makes you stronger. And they got stronger. Like their 1 rep max, I think the average increase was like 5%. Can you imagine putting 5% on your 1 rep max on something?
So explain this. This is just that's how powerful the mind is.
You're taking the governor. So I can't believe I can fly and actually fly, right? But if my neurological inhibitor on me, for example, like I don't think this would happen to me because my training and like all the competitions I've done, I've learned how to take that inhibitor off, you know what I mean? And really maximize.
Yeah.
But for people who don't have, 20 years of competitive experience, really like sharpening the mental aspect of things, like it's probably removing that inhibitor, right? Where you just believe it so much that now you're actually realizing your actual potential. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So again, it doesn't mean that creatine doesn't work. It just means that what you believe about creatine is more powerful than what it really does. And even there was a study where I think it was a little bit longer duration where they told people, hey, we're going to give you anabolic steroids. One group was told they got them. Another group told they didn't get them. And wouldn't you know it, the group told they got them over time gained more lean mass.
Bro, that's amazing.
Now, some people might say, well, they're just training harder because they believe and they're recovering. Maybe they're recovering better because they believe. And so like they're just able to push more weight and that's why, right? But we've actually seen this affect like other things that aren't subjective. So for example, there was a more recent study. They gave people 2 pre-workouts. Both were placebos. One was a clear liquid. One was a pink liquid. Which one do you think people got better results from? The pink liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those people got about 5% more reps on bench press.
Bro, what the fuck?
But
this is cool though.
It is cool. And then like another study, and I'm going to butcher the study because I read it a long time ago, but essentially, are you familiar with ghrelin?
Yeah.
It's a hormone that like signals that you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Leptin signals that you're full.
Yeah. So they had people, and it was part of a larger study where they're kind of looking at genetic polymorphisms of people who secrete more or less ghrelin. But they had them and they measured their levels of ghrelin and then they randomly told them what they were, right? So same like 4 quadrants, right? You had people who were low ghrelin told they were low ghrelin told they were high ghrelin told they were low ghrelin, and high ghrelin told they were high ghrelin. What mattered? Guess what mattered?
Oh my God.
What they told them.
What the dude?
Yep.
So so it's just like our minds are really that sharp.
Well, I think, we used to view, and actually I've gotten really into the research in like pain literature, because, I've gone through like herniated discs in my back, and, there was a point in 2017 where like for a 36-hour period, I couldn't stand up. Like I just literally laid on my side because I was in so much pain. So I got kind of there, by the way, for as much woo as there is in nutrition science, if there's any like other discipline that has more woo, it's pain science. Of people just saying it's completely nonsense and people believing it. We used to think that your mind and body were kind of separate, right? Like your mind is the master control center and your body's a bag of meat, right? And if you poke the bag or punch the bag or burn the bag or cut the bag, your brain goes owie, right? Except it doesn't really work that way. Pain is more like an emotion. So I'm not a pain expert. This is what I'm pulling from people who are experts and from some of the studies I've read.
Okay.
So like, for example, some people will say, so you're telling me if I got shot, it wouldn't hurt. Depends. There are soldiers who get shot with non-mortal wounds who don't know they've been shot till later because they're so goal orientated that then their adrenaline is so high, they don't feel it. Right. By same token, there are people who lose limbs who have pain where they don't even have a limb. They call it phantom pain.
Well, yeah, when it's gone though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But like they're not feeling it here. They feel it here.
But imagine that's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So the other thing is people kind of let's take bulging and
Being
herniated.
someone cut my hand off and my hand hurts. Like, dog, you don't have a hand.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah. So let's take bulging disc and herniated disc. Right. So people assume, all right, you have a bulging disc, herniated disc, you have back pain. They took, I think it was Americans over age 40 who did not have back pain. Did you know that over half of them had herniated and bulged discs? Asymptomatic.
So basically what you're saying is David Goggins got it right. That's what you're saying. It's
not necessarily. So pain is more like an emotion, and there are certain things that they referred in this paper I read to pain as like a gate. Okay. And there are certain things that will lower or raise your gait.